MasterClass, another objective, is to provide an opportunity for students to think about, to engage with, to question critically, and explore advocacy issues. Part of our module involves some self-paced work as well as some in real-time group work, and conversation and engagement has been encouraged throughout this last 10 weeks and our students' participation in MasterClass.
So basically, throughout our initial research, we were able to conclude that throughout the years, the cost of living in LA country has dramatically risen, and this correlates with an increase in homelessness and decrease in quality of life.
And in 1971, President Richard Nixon launched War on Drugs for the purpose of limiting drug consumption and combating narcotics in the United States. Though the 7 initiatives that Nixon implemented seemed effective at first or promising, they're proven to be ineffective as drug consumption has continued to increase over time.
So the Education Lab Pod decided to focus on educational barriers that relate to the lack of access to ethnic studies courses, lack of access of male teachers of color, and lack of access to resources for LGBTQ plus identifying students within LAUSD.
So our topic is, our group noticed that low-income communities don't have many resources and came to a conclusion that we wanted to focus on how low-income communities need more resources to help them have a good mental health.
For the introduction, in order to tackle the issue of food inequity, our group saw value in diving into the root of the problem. This process involved dissecting key terminology and the intertwined factors that make up food deserts.
And our topic is menstrual equity for homeless women. We chose this topic to bring awareness to period poverty. We focused our project on homeless women in the downtown LA area that do not have proper access to menstrual products, which puts both their physical and mental well-being at risk.
What bill are you guys supporting, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so we center support for Senate Bill 679. The bill proposes creating the Los Angeles County Affordable Housing Solutions Agency, and this agency would basically have the duty of increasing the supply of affordable housing, and it does this through trying to preserve the affordable housing that already exists, but it also encourages and funds new affordable housing being built, and it offers several renter protections. Among other things, it also includes 22 members and an oversight committee.
One of the main points that we wanted to mention was the importance of looking at teacher requirements when considering hiring someone new. And a suggestion that we had was having teachers have some kind of psychological and mental training relating to identity, regarding gender identity, and race and ethnicity. And obviously this is very important because teachers need to be able to relate to their students, even if it's not on an academic level.
According to a study conducted by the Prison Policy Initiative, a criminal justice organization based in the United States, 1 in every 5 incarcerated people have been in prison for consuming and or possessing drugs. However, as depicted on the image on the right, 56% of people in prison have had no history of having violence or for drug offenses. So why are millions of Americans locked up behind bars?
So our interviewee was Kayleen Sullivan, and during her time in college, she observed the challenges of food insecurity, though she didn't face these challenges on her own. So the key takeaways is that the pandemic has heavily impacted food insecurity today from the current issue. So it's already an issue and it has grown due to increasing people's instability.
The Downtown Women's Center 2019 executive summary shows that as homelessness has increased, there has been a disproportionate impact on women. It states, from 2013 to 2019, there was a 41% increase in homeless women, with more women than ever experiencing homelessness for the first time. And these numbers open up questions on the ways in which the increased number of homeless women in Los Angeles experience and manage their periods in a context of financial and social vulnerability.
In my mind, the Learning for Equity initiative is timed perfectly. Currently, we're facing an unprecedented number of societal challenges and are living in a day and age in which many of the civil rights for which our ancestors fought are disappearing or are being repealed daily, or so it seems. And so as we're gathered right now, we're fighting against the impacts of COVID-19, climate change and environmental racism. We're fighting against voter suppression, obviously police brutality, and several other racial disparities with respect to household wealth, food insecurity, gun violence, and perhaps most importantly, the reproductive rights of women. And so focusing on the areas of economic resiliency, education, food equity, mental health, policy and politics, and public health and community wellness is certainly warranted.